Hi, my name is Brett Stanfill, the author of Raising Thom, which can be found in the Dark Cheer Cryptids Emerging, Volume Blue, releasing in mid-December. The inspiration for Raising Thom came over one evening as my husband and I looked through photos of our youngest daughter. A sense of longing hit me like a truck as I realized how much I was going to miss those previous iterations of her. My goal was to present an expedited take on that evolution and the mourning we suffer as parents when our little ones progress through life. In the story, Miguel and Charlie suffer setbacks in their adoption journey only to be given an unexpected chance when their doorbell rings. Here's a small snippet. Crying won't change anything. Tears hadn't altered the outcome the first 3 times. His husband was a tender soul, however, and his pained whimpering was enough to bring the mist into Miguel's eyes. "I love you," Miguel whispered. The chime on the doorbell sang into the room before Charlie could respond. "Probably just a delivery. We'll grab it later." It rang again, several times in quick succession. Charlie pulled away and gazed toward the door quizzically. Then to Miguel, who shrugged. 3 lumps rattled the wreath hanging on the door, followed immediately by another ring of the bell. Charlie crossed the room, wiping the remaining tears with his sleeve. Miguel followed closely behind him, walking more quickly and reaching the door first. He started for the door handle, but pulled back. What he wouldn't give for a peephole. It was the only thing he missed from his apartment living days, not expecting anyone to be pounding on their door at 8 o'clock at night. He was anxious about opening it blindly. They lived in a good neighborhood, but they were lovers, not fighters. A little caution never hurt anybody. "Who is it?" Miguel called, heart racing. His question was met with silence. "There's something on the porch, but whoever left it is gone." Charlie peered through the slit he created in the front window curtains. Miguel chuckled for not thinking to do so himself. Something about unexpected banging on his door had always put him on edge. He opened the door to a gust of cool February air, then leaned out, glancing right and left into the night. The overhead light flicked on and he jumped. Motion sensors. It was odd that they hadn't kicked on before. At his feet sat a large wicker basket, a red checkered blanket tucked neatly around something inside, looking ready to take on a picnic. Cautiously, he scooted forward with his bare foot. In his mind, it was just as likely to catch fire as it was to sprout legs and walk away. "What is it? A basket, I think?" "You think?" Charlie squeezed in front of him to get a better view. He scooped up the basket and brought it inside. He set it onto the dining table and pulled the blanket back. Weird. Happy it hadn't exploded, Miguel peered over Charlie's shoulder to see a large, gray, egg-shaped stone. It was the size of a watermelon with a smooth surface. How on earth had Charlie lifted that thing so easily? The stone wobbled and fell softly onto his side. "Touch it." "I don't want to touch it, you touch it." It rocked back and forth. "I opened the door. It's your turn to risk your life." "So dramatic. Fine." Charlie slowly extended his hand, poking the stone with one finger before brushing his entire palm over the surface. "It's warm." A hairline fracture appeared near the center, quickly spreading in a web-like pattern the length of the stone. "You broke it," Miguel gasped. "You were the one that told me to touch it." A crack branched off and 2 larger splits expanded around the top. A small piece chipped off and dangled, still attached to the milky white membrane. Realization hit Miguel. It wasn't an egg-shaped stone. It was an egg-shaped egg. So that was a little snippet of Raising Thom, appearing in Dark Cheer, Cryptids Emerging, Volume Blue. I hope you enjoyed it.